One question: if 10 years from now you look at yourself in the mirror, and that person asks you, what did you do with your life? Would you be able to answer? Close your eyes. Just for a second. Imagine it the same old job you hate, not enough money for the house, nothing left for your parents' treatment, and the dreams you once had are buried somewhere far behind. You check the price tag on everything before buying, and slowly you've become the person you never wanted to be. Then one night, at 2 a.m., when everyone is asleep, you sit alone, and a voice speaks to you. A demon, an egoist. He offers you a deal. I can give you a power, the power of ego. If you learn to control it, you can achieve anything. But if you don't, this same power will destroy you. You don't think twice. Deal accepted. Open your eyes. You're back 10 years earlier, but this time, you have one thing with you, the raw power of ego. Right now you don't fully understand it, and in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what ego is, what its power truly is, how you can control it to achieve anything you want, and at the end, a small part of my own story, how I used ego to build a family of over 270,000 subscribers, and how you too can use ego to become unstoppable. I was able to do all of this because I knew everything I'm about to share with you in this video. So first, what is ego? In simple terms, ego is your identity. It is yourself. It is how you see yourself, and that becomes your reality. If you ask me what the most powerful force in the world is, I will say, the force of ego. History is a witness. When a person's ego is hurt, they do something extraordinary. A man whose wife dies because of a mountain picks up a small chisel and hammer and breaks that entire mountain apart alone. A simple farmer, after being humiliated, builds a company that challenges the best cars in the world. And a man who was denied entry into a hotel by the British, that same man goes on to build a hotel like the Taj. You'll find countless examples like these, and they never end. Some people use their ego to build empires. Others take that same ego and destroy their own lives. Ego is of 3 types, and now you need to identify which one is yours. Listen carefully. You scroll through YouTube shorts, edits, videos, funk music, powerful dialogues, Sigma vibes. For a few seconds you feel unstoppable, like you can do anything. Your confidence peaks. A fire rises inside you. That is a dopamine hit. But what happens next? 10 minutes later, everything is back to normal. No action, no change, just a temporary feeling. And this is the biggest trap. You think you're improving, but in reality you're only consuming. You felt the power but didn't build it. You took the emotion but didn't convert it into action, and slowly, you become addicted to dopamine. Fake ego makes you feel powerful. Real ego makes you powerful. The second type is weak ego. This is the ego that lives in 90% of people today. It gets hurt over the smallest things. Someone says something and you want to fight. Someone ignores you and you start trying to prove yourself. This ego says, I am the most powerful. No one can beat me. It never accepts its own mistakes and never learns from others. It makes you insecure from the inside, and you don't even realize it. The third type is strong ego, and this is the complete opposite. Have you heard of Dashrath Manjhi? That very mountain took his wife away from him, but his ego didn't break. That ego broke the entire mountain, alone with just a chisel and a hammer. And Ratan Tata, he walked into a hotel and was denied entry simply because he was Indian. He said nothing in that moment. He went home, and then he built the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel. Strong ego doesn't shout. It isn't loud. It just works until the results do the talking. Weak ego fights the world. Strong ego wins through work and achievement. Now the real game begins. If ego is this dangerous, how do you turn it into a weapon? First, ego as a challenge. When life doubts you, when people underestimate you, or when you doubt yourself, let the ego be triggered, but not to prove yourself to others, to make yourself better. Second, ego as discipline. When your mind says not today, your ego should say, I will not fall below my own standards. This is exactly the point where average people stop and winners keep going. Third, ego as silence. Reacting to everything is not power. Real power is control. When you don't react, you dominate. Your silence becomes your strength. Now, how do you train your ego? First step, awareness. Every time you're about to react, pause and ask yourself, is this decision mine, or is my ego making it? If you can identify that, you're already halfway in control. Second step, reaction control. People with a strong ego don't react immediately. They observe, they wait, and then they act calmly. Third step, redirect your ego. Don't waste it on people. Don't waste it on comparisons. Pour it into your goals. Whenever you feel the urge to prove something, take that energy and put it into your work, your skills, your growth. Fourth step, build your identity. How you see yourself is what you become. If you call yourself weak, you'll behave that way. But if you see yourself as disciplined, focused, and strong, your ego will force you to act exactly like that. Sometimes getting your ego hurt is absolutely necessary in life, and that moment becomes the turning point. I'm not just saying this, I've felt it myself. My own ego was hurt so deeply for personal reasons that everything changed. The story is long, but after that day, I was never the same person again. Whenever I looked around me, saw the situation at home, saw my family's struggles, there was only one feeling inside me: enough. It's time to change. December 28, 2025. That was the day I decided, no more distractions. No games, no social media, no Instagram, no free time, no PUBG. Before that day, I was addicted to all of it. But one decision ended everything. I built this channel and the result is right in front of you. And after that day, I never needed motivation again. Because when your ego gets hurt, it's not motivation that comes, it's obsession. Now notice something. Every person you've ever seen who works harder than their circumstances, they all have one thing in common. At some point, their ego was hurt. I'm not talking about people who already had money. I'm talking about middle-class people. Look around you right now. A small house. Your father going to work every single day. Your mother waking up early every morning for you. They sacrificed their own dreams for you and you. Going to school or college. Spending time with friends. Wasting the rest on your phone. Don't you want to retire your parents before their time runs out? The day you truly feel that you won't need motivation anymore. Addictions will fall away on their own. Tonight, do just one thing. Sit in your home. Look at your parents. See the tiredness in your father's eyes. Feel the dreams still buried in your mother's heart. And ask yourself, how many more years am I going to waste? If this question is waking something up inside you, then do one thing right now. Put your phone down, just 2 hours, and write down one goal. Just one. Comment below, I will change. These 2 words are not just a commitment, they are your ego's declaration. The world will keep underestimating you. Your work will keep answering them.